Fortune, control, and secrecy. Three words that define the Walton Dynasty. They didn't just create Walmart. They engineered a machine that prints money and outlasts every rival. But what if the secret to their dominance was never about retail at all? In this video, we'll reveal how the Waltons built a $200 billion empire, why they still control Walmart today, and the hidden systems that keep their fortune growing generation after generation. It started with one store. Sam Walton wasn't born into power. In 1918, in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, he was just another farm boy with a knack for hard work and a head for numbers. His family scraped by during the Great Depression, moving from town to town chasing opportunity. But Sam saw something others didn't. While most retailers focused on big cities, he believed the real money was in small-town America, places the big chains ignored. In 1945, with a $20,000 loan from his father-in-law and $5,000 of his own savings, Sam bought a Ben Franklin variety store in Newport, Arkansas. He obsessed over costs, negotiated brutal deals with suppliers, and passed every penny of savings to his customers. The result? Explosive growth. By 1962, Sam opened the first Walmart in Rogers, Arkansas. His formula was simple: relentless cost-cutting, ruthless efficiency, and a culture of ownership. Employees weren't just workers, they were associates, with a stake in the company's success. But the real genius wasn't just in selling cheap socks. It was in building a system that could scale fast. The breakthrough came in the 1970s. While competitors were stuck in the past, Sam Walton bet everything on logistics. He built a private trucking fleet, automated warehouses, and a digital supply chain that could move products from factory to shelf faster than anyone else. What few realize is that Walmart quietly built one of the world's first retail data networks, years before the internet boom. Every sale, every barcode, every delivery time was tracked in real time. By the late 1980s, Walmart's satellite system linked more than 1,000 stores, giving Bentonville a live view of America's spending habits. Walmart, an era before Google Analytics, Sam Walton already had America's consumer brain in his hands. Within a decade, Walmart was opening a new store every week. By the 1990s, it was the largest retailer in America. But here's the twist. Sam Walton wasn't interested in being a celebrity CEO. He drove a beat-up pickup, wore $8 jeans, and lived in a modest house. The real power was always behind the scenes, and that's where the dynasty begins. Most people think Walmart is a public company, owned by millions of shareholders. But that's only half the story. The real control sits with the Walton Family Trust, a fortress of legal structures designed to keep the family in charge, no matter what. After Sam's death in 1992, his fortune was split among his wife Helen and their 4 children, Rob, John, Jim, and Alice. But instead of dividing the shares, the family pooled their holdings into a series of trusts and holding companies. The result? The Waltons control over 50% of Walmart's voting stock, enough to dictate every major decision, from board appointments to mergers. But it goes deeper. The Walton family office, based in Bentonville, Arkansas, is a black box. It manages billions in assets, from real estate to private equity, art collections to venture capital. The office is run like a private bank, with teams of lawyers, accountants, and investment pros, all loyal to the family. Family offices like the Waltons operate under a different set of rules. Unlike banks, they answer to no regulators, no shareholders, and almost no disclosure laws. Their capital moves through private markets, art funds, venture deals, invisible to Wall Street's public eye. It's where generational wealth stops being money and becomes infrastructure. And the rules are strict. Family members are groomed from a young age to understand the business, attend board meetings, and learn the art of discretion. Succession isn't left to chance. It's planned, decades in advance. They mastered control inside the family and learned to disappear outside it. For the Waltons, privacy isn't just protection, it's power. And here's the paradox. The Waltons are the richest family in America, worth over $200 billion. But you'll rarely see them in the headlines. Their secret? Stealth wealth. While tech billionaires chase the spotlight, the Waltons avoid it. They drive pickup trucks, wear off-the-rack clothes, and keep their private lives out of the press. Their homes are hidden behind trusts and LLCs. Their investments are routed through layers of holding companies. Why? Because attention is a liability. The more visible you are, the more you attract lawsuits, political scrutiny, and public backlash. Instead, the Waltons use their wealth to shape the world quietly. They fund think tanks, lobby for business-friendly policies, and make strategic donations to universities, museums, and local causes. For the Waltons, giving isn't about generosity. It's about control. Philanthropy isn't just charity. It's a shield and a lever of influence. And no institution shows that better than their own creation, the Walton Family Foundation. Built quietly, it became one of the most powerful engines of soft influence in America. The Walton Family Foundation is one of the largest in the world, with over $5 billion in assets. But foundations in America serve more than moral purposes. Donations often translate into massive tax deductions, turning philanthropy into a strategic asset. By shifting billions into charitable vehicles, families like the Waltons preserve control while appearing generous. The money never truly leaves the dynasty. It just changes its legal form. And unlike the Rockefellers or Carnegies, the Waltons keep a low profile. Their giving is strategic. They fund education reform, environmental causes, and the arts, especially in their home state of Arkansas. The Crystal Bridges Museum, founded by Alice Walton, is a world-class institution that puts Bentonville on the cultural map. But philanthropy also buys influence. The Waltons are major political donors, supporting candidates and causes that align with their interests: tax policy, deregulation, and business-friendly legislation. It's a masterclass in soft power. By shaping the environment around Walmart, they protect the family's core asset and their legacy. But even the most powerful empires face one silent enemy: time. And the Waltons know that legacy means nothing without succession. Here's the real test of any dynasty: succession. The Waltons know that 70% of family fortunes are lost by the second generation and 90% by the third. So they've built a system to prevent the shirt-sleeves-to-shirt-sleeves curse. The family office runs like a corporation. Heirs are educated at elite schools, mentored by top executives, and required to serve on boards before taking on bigger roles. There are strict rules about selling shares, marrying outside the family, and public behavior. Every heir follows a written plan, a private document outlining duties, ethics, and the family's long-term vision. Mentors inside the company evaluate them for years before they can vote on strategy. It's corporate governance fused with bloodline, a model so structured that business schools now study it as the Walton Playbook. And the next generation isn't just sitting on their inheritance. They're investing in tech startups, ESG funds, and the future of retail, everything from e-commerce to green energy. The message is clear: adapt or die. The Waltons are betting that their dynasty will outlast every trend, every competitor, and every crisis. But even with every system in place, one truth remains. Control is never permanent. Dynasties survive not by being seen, but by learning to disappear. Here's the final twist. The Waltons control the world's largest retailer, employ over 2 million people, and shape the way billions shop. But their real genius is staying invisible. They've mastered the art of control without visibility. By hiding behind trusts, family offices, and a culture of discretion, they avoid the fate of other dynasties: scandal, division, and decline. Their story isn't just about money. It's about power, legacy, and the quiet confidence to shape the world from the shadows. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.